In this video, I'm going to talk about how to use price action rules to help us identify directional bias in the market and where are the high probability setups. Today's pre-market session opened with nice downtrend working lower, which means the bias right now is bearish and we're thinking about short opportunities, which means after break of the downtrend, we expect new low to be tested according to trendline rule. We have uptrend working higher, break a new high, which means we can look now for short opportunities. This is the highest high where I'm going to reset the account. First entry long, pullback, mini second entry long failure. So this right here is a failed second entry long below EMA, great bearish bar. We need to get new extreme, and this is first great high probability setup. There will be great lower high to enter, but as you can see, there is no break below this bearish bar right here. It's stalled with an inside bar, so this is not ideal. And I have matching highs here, which means I can sort of reset the count, and you have visual first attempt to go long, pull back, second attempt to go long. So this is another opportunity to consider visual failed second entry long, because this downtrend, it is a strong downtrend, still needs to get new extreme tested. Market created a low that is lower than the latest low inside of the channel, which means trendline rule played out, and I'm going to pause looking to go short temporarily because uptrend just had a break and new extreme, so we can have correction or reversal. So let's see what's going to happen. Push above EMA, and we have price action working higher in a nice geometrical fashion. We have overshoot, which means we can have stronger pullback in the opposite direction. But I want to also talk about one more thing. This downtrend was very strong. This was significant push down. Okay, EMA flattened and you have push up, push down, push up. So because the main daily bias was this strong bearish, there is a high likelihood we're going to continue to work lower. So I already like to predict potential trend range because the EMA is flattening, and it's very likely, since the downtrend was so strong during overnight session, there can be some follow through. Either way, we have overshoot, so we can have stronger pullback in the opposite direction. So this is only confirming that we can have stronger pullback. So I'm not really thinking about buying because we're at the top of the trend range. We have overshoot, so I cannot go short, I cannot go long. Market keeps working lower. At this point, I was really thinking we're going to go all the way down in here. I was thinking we may have wider downtrend, but it was negated because we broke back above EMA. And now what I have to do is, because of the daily bias, which is bearish, I'm not really thinking about long opportunities. I want to be patient, wait for this spike in the channel, get the new high, and then I'm going to observe how prices will react around this important key level. Because if this key level is going to get broken and we're going to rally to the upside, we're going to have a brand new bullish trend. But you can already see how broad the price action is getting, which is indicating weak bullish presence. Break new extreme for the initial spike in a channel pattern. I can draw mini uptrend right here, and if I'm going to zoom back, you can see flat EMA. This is part of the trend range. We're breaking below EMA, which is a good sign for the sellers. Remember, the main bias was bearish. We have a new high, first entry long, one trigger lower, second entry long failure, and this right here is a double high without this setup. New high, first entry long, second entry long failure, new low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short. So we have not only one reason to go short, but we have two reasons to sell, which is always good. Second entry short and a failed second entry long. So this is a great textbook high probability setup. You're waiting for the trigger below this bar. All the bulls got trapped after uptrend played out to break a new high. How broad this is indicating that there is no broader channel, because this is simply too broad. This is a great setup. You can catch a major move because it's the top of the trend range where the uptrend played out. Because market keeps trending lower so strongly, I'm going to redraw downtrend like this, connecting the first two swings at the top, because this is how we're going to always identify a channel. I'm thinking about second entry short. You can see strong push down, but market, you can see, never offered a second entry short. And here I was expecting this key level to hold, but as you can see, we completely rallied to the upside, which means I have to right now adapt. Hold on, what's going on here? This key level didn't act as a resistance, okay? And this retracement is too deep, and because we were part of the trend range, this is where I'm going to adapt. I can see, okay, there is no bearish bias left. It's likely because this trend line was never confirmed with the third swing confirmation. There was actually the downtrend that started from this point, like this break, move to new extreme, and right now downtrend played out. Something I can do in hindsight, no problem. It doesn't really affect your analysis because you cannot go long. This was significant push down, and now that you have such a deep retracement, I have to adapt. Downtrend played out, uptrend played out with the break in new extreme. So bias right now is dissipating. And this is where I have to be really patient as a trader because all trends played out. We're going sideways, but this is not healthy trading range because we traded down strongly, a lot of empty room all over the place. So this is where I have to be really patient and let price action to develop. So as a trader, you need to understand that if you don't understand what is the bias, you need to be patient and see what's going to happen because there are areas of development. So you can see once again, downtrend played out, breaking extreme. I cannot go long, no reason for me to go long, no reason for me to sell. EMA exactly under these bars. When I'm watching this live, I'm not even thinking about setups. I'm really being very laid back because I don't want to overanalyze anything here. When it is tempting to go both long and short at the same time, that's a sign that probably you're about to get trapped. Okay, now I can see EMA is still flat. There's some small trend range being formed, so I'm gonna identify support, identify the resistance. Okay, uptrend keeps working higher, EMA being flat, and this is interesting setup. New low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short. So here we have second entry short at the top of the trend range. EMA is very flat, uptrend played out with the break and the new extreme. The overall bias is still unclear, but I can right now find clues what the price action is doing locally. Okay, flat EMA, consistent pricing up and down. So locally we have small trend range, so I can apply range rules. But if I'm going to zoom back like this, you can see there is still main bearish bias working lower. So I'm going to make more money if I'm going to be thinking more about short opportunities because the initial trend range we drew, notice we can't even make it to the top. This part of the trend range is completely empty, and therefore this is dictating more of a bearish bias. So I'm thinking more about short opportunities because you can still see that there is the overall bearish bias. So we're selling at the top, second entry short, two-legged pullback, market moves in pairs of twos, and this right here is a great hyperlothic setup at the top of the trend range, second entry short, market keeps working lower. Once again, it's only confirming the overall bearish bias because another low is lower than the previous low. I can't be thinking about buying now because every single high and low is lower and lower. This also brings the question that why are we continuing to work lower? There probably has to be some wider downtrend. This was the first downtrend I drew. You can see how nice it is getting confirmed off of these highs, off of these lows. How strong is this downtrend? This right here is a weak variation of a downtrend because it looks like a trend range, slightly tilted down. So I gotta be careful selling at the bottom. When we are trading a weak downtrend like this, we prefer corrections to play out and sell high. Okay, when the trend is strong, you can be selling close to lows. But when the structure is this weak, the bullish pullbacks are strong, you have to be careful selling at the very bottom because it is simply acting as a trend range, slightly tilted down. No setup here. I have to keep redrawing the short-term trend lines. I can't take second entry short. Uptrend is in play. Gonna redraw a brand new uptrend working higher. Okay, no good lower high for me to take. No setup here. EMA is flattening. So what I can do once again, I can see that this is pretty typical when you're trading a weak trend that you have basically small trend ranges being established, flat EMA, and now we have new low first entry short, second entry short. Uptrend played out with the break and move to new extreme. I didn't like this setup because you're selling right after such a gigantic bullish bar. Okay, this is a massive bullish momentum and I don't like selling such a steep trade. But if you took a second entry short here, nothing wrong with it. I'm going to mark it because you're selling at the top. Uptrend played out. Decent setup to right now consider. Broad to like a pullback. Decent setup to consider. You're selling high. It would have ended up being a losing trade, stopping you out. And now that we have such a massive bullish bar far from the EMA, a lot of bulls are going to get trapped. Broad to like a pullback are indicating depletion. You're selling at the top of the trend range. This downtrend now needs to get new extreme. So this is where you can re-enter. It's mainly a trade where you're selling at the top of the trend range, but you can see you're combining the main bias, which is bearish. Locally, we are trading a trend range. So similarly, like here, you traded down into trend range, we traded down into trend range. So selling high is always an option. I was hoping we were going to get a lower high, never formed. We have temporary break and a new extreme. Let's see what's going to happen. So right now I'm going to pause looking to go short, but this is flat EMA. We are part of the trend range. We have a second entry long, but I can't go long. This is exactly another range. There's still some bearish bias. It worked for a scalp, but I can't take it. I can't go short. This is real area of development again because our downtrend played out. But why after breaking new extreme, prices keep trending lower? This is interesting. Bulls can reverse the market. Okay, I'm going to redraw the short-term uptrend, something like this. And prices keep working lower again so strongly. And we have massive push down. So right now what I have to adapt is different channel. Because our initial channel, although it fits well, has a break in extreme. And prices are never reversing to the upside. In fact, this significant downtrend right now was established. So it probably means there is a bigger pattern being present. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at the market geometry and I'm going to try to locate some decent pattern, connecting these swings at the top. Okay, I'm getting some swings here. Let me put it at the bottom. This offers potential overshoot. I was also looking, placing it here, but because this downtrend was basically extended, I don't like treating this as an overshoot. We'll see if the correction is going to be stronger. You're going to keep it as overshoot. So let's see how EMA is going to react. Okay, we have a break in extreme uptrend played out. I cannot take second entry short because it is a double bar entry. We broke above EMA. What if we have overshoot? I need lower high confirmation setup. You have a lower high here, but the single bar is absolutely terrible. As a bear, I cannot sell below bullish bar. So even though these trades work, we can't really cherry pick. You can see it keeps going lower, but single bar is terrible. And we broke above EMA here, so this is not clean, possible overshoot. But now that we can see the bottom trend line is holding, we can right now adapt. Okay, this is not overshoot. Let's see what's gonna happen. So as you can see, not easy structure to trade because a lot of overlapping bars, weak downtrend, patience has to be applied. Trend keeps working higher. Okay, uptrend played out with the break, move to new extreme. We are still part of this downtrend. New high for a century long. So the way we trade with downtrends, as I mentioned, you wait for a correction to play out and you want to sell high. So we push below EMA, and the setup I'm thinking about is a failed second entry long at the top with a correction phase where a brand new push phase will start. It didn't form, but this is what you would be expecting. Market keeps working lower. We have potentially small overshoot. First, I'm going to draw a trend line like this. I like drawing a little bit wider. Overshoot can generate stronger pullback in the opposite direction. And this time I'm going to treat it as overshoot because you can see I'm getting confirmations here. I'm going to zoom out to see big picture. There is no denying this downtrend looks valid. Consistent series of lower highs and low lows. Use market geometry. Use the structures patterns. It will tell you where the market is heading. So we know that the bias is bearish, but stronger these pullbacks are, the weaker the trend is. Okay, so for this reason, you can see there are almost no good short setups at the bottom here because it always quickly reverses to the upside. This is why weak trends are quite difficult, especially for novice traders, because it is just so choppy with slight bearish tilt. But if you got to be patient, there are going to be good opportunities anyway. This is the kind of mindset you have to have. Now, I'm not thinking about buying because the main bias is bearish. Felt second entry long above EMA, I can't take it and get some lower high. This is too far down. I can't take setup like this. Can get a second entry short. No second entry short, and market is bouncing strongly to the upside. So I'm withdrawing the uptrend working higher. And once again, you can see this is a common theme. I'm going to zoom out. We did it here. We did it here. And I'm going to do this again. Even though we identified the downtrend working lower, you can see because it's weak, EMA is flat and it's creating small trend ranges. One here, and once again, flat EMA, consistent pricings up and down. So I already tried to identify the support and the resistance. And the reason why we want to do this, because it helps us predict where the market will pivot. So if I'm going to measure this lag, I'm going to copy it and I'm going to project it to the top. We expect market to go here. And if the breakout is going to fail back below EMA, we're going to be thinking about selling. Okay, because you're going to be expecting new low for the downtrend and you're going to be selling going to range rules at the top of the trend range. Okay, so everything is based on price action. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. Measured move was reached. I don't really like selling just yet. Can I get some push below EMA, lower high, horrible? Okay, Great push below EMA. This is where I like drawing wider downtrend because we expect new low for this downtrend, uptrend played out with the break new high, and we expect from range highs to go all the way down here. So I'm thinking about first entry long, pull back, second entry long failure. No failed second entry long. You had a failed second entry long here, but it formed below bullish bar. Horrible bar. I noticed a couple traders had different bars. Also better lower high, but on my chart, yes, it is context-wise great setup. Two-legged pullback at the top of the trailing range below EMA, but on my chart, I simply cannot sell below such a horrible bar. But this allows me to widen my channel because we expect downtrend to get new low and go to the bottom of the trailing range. So now that I missed the second entry long failure, I'm thinking about second entry short at the EMA, okay? Because the trend is down, we're below EMA, and we have reasons to continue working lower based on price action rules. New low, I'm going to reset the count. First entry short, pull back, second entry short. Uptrend played out with the break new extreme, which is great. We're at the EMA, and this right here is a second entry short at the EMA, while two trends need to get new extreme. This is textbook high probability setup. I took this setup myself. Downtrend needs to get new extreme, the main one. Great move to the downside. Prices reversed to the upside, which was quite unexpected. I was thinking we were gonna go and test the new extreme, and now we're back at the top. The market is about to close. A new extreme was reached. Some short setups on the way down. So this is the overall structure for today. For the most part, weak version of a downtrend. We start with strong downtrend into consolidation, but eventually we can see we're going lower, but the trend is weak, which means we can have stronger pullbacks, and you really want to sell at the top of the correction phase. Although today we didn't really get that many chances. No failed second entry long here, no here, and lower highs were also quite sketchy. But there are a few good setups that follow rules, and overall it was a good day break and new extreme for the main downtrend. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.